What's up, Powerlifting Nation? So, at the 2023 Raw USAPL Nationals, Austin Perkins put up possibly the greatest tested Raw powerlifting performance by a man of all time. He totaled 851 kg in the 70, well, technically the 75 kg class, but as a 74 kg lifter, let's say. And yeah, this is the highest dots we have seen in tested, so natty raw powerlifting history by a man, which is insanely impressive. And Austin Perkins is young, so we thought that he was just getting started. And then, like all of the top lifters pretty much in the USAPL, Austin Perkins decided to switch divisions from the USAPL to the IPF. And everyone was very much anticipating his movement to the IPF. Everyone thought that he would obliterate everyone in the IPF, not just in his weight class. Winning his weight class would be a given, to be honest, for Austin Perkins, but he would be dominant across weight classes in the IPF. However, Austin Perkins hasn't had the fairy tale start to his IPF campaign that he would have wanted. So at the Powerlifting American Nationals in 2024 and at the World Championships in 2024, Austin Perkins obviously won the 74 kg class. However, he didn't kind of max out at these competitions because there was no need to. So he totaled around 838 kg at these competitions. And he was saving his big performance for Sheffield. Everyone had been saying that he would win Sheffield. By the way, Sheffield is the biggest competition in powerlifting history. The way it's scored is by who can break the world record in their weight class by the highest percentage. And so everyone had been saying for a long time that Austin Perkins would dominate Sheffield because he could smash the 74 kg world record. However, this did not happen. At Sheffield, Zhao Backlund won, kind of by playing chess, forcing Austin Perkins to push up the world record in the 74s, and then he cut down to the 66s where the world record was weak and completely smashed that world record and won. But Austin Perkins in general didn't have a very good day. He ended up in 5th place, missing his 3rd bench press and missing his 3rd deadlift, totaling 843 kg, which was still a world record. So even on his worst day, he broke the world record. But yeah, it wasn't the performance that we wanted to see from Austin Perkins. And to be honest, I think a lot of people have been forgetting how good Austin Perkins is, me included. There has been a debate between who is better, Joe Borenstein and Austin Perkins. And I think people are kind of underestimating what Austin Perkins is capable of, because he hasn't really been posting too many top-end training videos. And yeah, the last year he didn't have like the most dominant year that solidified himself as the GOAT. So people have been questioning Austin Perkins and how good he is. However, Austin Perkins, just as I was doubting him, starting to doubt him, he posted a massive squat set, and this was yesterday, and this was 315 kg for 3 reps as a 74 kg lifter. This is insanely impressive by itself. It indicates that he could probably squat 330 kg as a 74, which is just so crazy. I mean, the world record in the 93s not so long ago was 330 kg. So Austin Perkins is, yeah, he's just such a great squatter, and it just doesn't make sense because he doesn't have any like body fat to like really help him have a really strong squat. I don't know how he squats so much, but he does. But yeah, from this set, I think he can squat 330 kg. Why is this significant? Well, when Austin Perkins did his legendary performance of 851 kg, his squat was 313.5 kg. So if we add on, let's say 15 kilograms to this total, let's say he increases his squat from 313.5 kg to 328.5 kg, or roughly that amount. That gives him a total of around 865 kg, which is so impressive. And that is assuming that his bench and deadlift doesn't progress. If his bench and deadlift progresses, then we could see him totaling 870, 875 kg, which would be crazy. And yeah, would smash the world record in the 74s, would make him pretty hard to beat at Sheffield. I mean, I still have my money on Anthony McNaughton in the 105s. He looks like he could smash the world record in the 105s. But we actually have some breaking news about Anthony McNaughton and the battle of the 105s at Worlds. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But yeah, Austin Perkins will have a strong chance of doing very well at Sheffield if he is able to total 870 kg at Sheffield, which would be crazy to see. The problem is that Austin Perkins has no competition. One of the reasons why people haven't really been talking about Austin Perkins so much recently is because there's no real kind of debate around him, or there's no competition around him, so it's less interesting to watch. Joe Borenstein is a top lifter. However, we know that there's a battle between him, Taylor Atwood, Julian Kengamu, Ade Omisakin. We know that there's going to be a battle, and so people talk about him. Whereas the 74 kg class is kind of boring. Everyone knows how it's going to end up before it starts. He is going to win Powerlifting American Nationals. He's going to win the World Championships. It's so easy for him. And until someone like Elliot Sykes manages to really progress his total and meet Austin Perkins, I could see Austin Perkins, if he remains in the 74s, being extremely dominant for years to come. And this obviously isn't good for the sport, because we need competition for people to be interested in the weight class. And so what would I recommend? I think that Austin Perkins should move up to the 83s after Sheffield 2026. I think that Austin Perkins does have to kind of put up a really dominant performance at Sheffield 2026 in the 74s, just to solidify kind of his legacy in the 74s and show people what he's capable of. But then I think that he should move up to the 83s, where there is so much competition, so many top lifters, like the ones I listed just a minute ago. But I think that he should move up and prove that he can beat these top lifters. He can dominate these top lifters. If he is able to do that, and by the way, this is not guaranteed, because these 83s are incredibly strong. But if Austin Perkins was able to go to the 83 kilogram class, beat Joe Borenstein, beat Taylor Atwood, beat Ade Omisakin, beat Jurens Kengamu, all of these guys who have massive legacies in the sport, if he was able to do this, then this would solidify his legacy. This would also make the 83 kg class even more exciting. It would give Austin Perkins even more hype, and would, yeah, make him an even greater legend than he already is, becoming a multiple weight class world champion. And we don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself, but maybe he could move up to the 93s after that. If he can dominate the 83s, I'm sure that right now, the way the 93s are, he could dominate the 93s as well, if he was able to bulk up to that level. But yeah, these are exciting stuff to talk about. But right now, I think Austin Perkins should focus on really putting up a massive performance in the 74s. But then after that, I think we do need to see him in the 83s. What do you guys think? Comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go and check out our cool t-shirts at rp10.shop. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.